Here is the breakdown of the Here For You fill. It started out, I did it the same way every time. And there's one time I did it and it kind of came out one way, but then as it became expected of me to play the fill each time I got there, I needed something a little bit more predictable than just kind of winging it every time. So what I did is what I would refer to as 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 for the fill. What that means is I would play 2 with the hands, then 2 with the foot, then 4 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 2 with the hands, 2 with the foot. Or, I'm sorry, always 2 with the foot. So 2 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 4 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 2 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 4 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 2 with the hands, 2 with the foot, 4 with the hands, 2 with the foot. If you do the math on that, it should come out to approximately 28 hits because I'm starting the fill on the and of 2. That means I'm missing 4 30-second notes. 32 minus 4, 28, if my math is correct. So 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 ends nicely on the 1. Here's what that sounds like. The 2-4-2-4-2-4 fill was predictable, so I did it a lot. Most of the time when I would do it, I would just do that because I didn't always have the brain space to think of something creative. One of the things that I am able to do with that one is kind of mix and match how I did the orchestration around the drums a little bit. You heard I kind of went back and forth between just these 2 drums for one of the fills, kind of mixing all the drums into the other ones. So what happened is there's one time I was playing it, and I was feeling a little bit saucy. So I decided I'm going to hit a sub drop on 1. Since I don't start the fill on 1, I started on the and of 1. I was going to hit the sub drop. What happened is I hit the sub drop, and then rather than just doing the 2 on the snare drum, which is how I always start it, I did 4 on the snare drum. And then I was planning on going snare, floor tom. So I did 4 with the snare drum, 4 with the floor tom. Then I was like, uh-oh, what am I going to do to finish it out? And so I just kind of flowed. And what came out, I was like, oh, I liked that. So what I had to do is I had to go back, I had to reference my own fill, and I had to learn my own fill because I decided I liked that better than 2-4-2-4-2-4. So what it turned out being is 4, 4, 2, 4, 6, and then the downbeat, which also adds up to 28, if my math is correct. And so the 4, 4, 2, 4, 6, there's 2 kicks in between all of those, and then on the downbeat, the kick hits with the crash cymbal. Here's what that sounds like. So that is 4, 4, 2, 4, 6. And with that one, I usually orchestrated around the drums the exact same way because the way it was orchestrated kind of led to how it felt in the moment. Whereas the 2, 4, 2, 4, 2, 4, I'll mix and match that in various ways. So I'm going to slow that down a little bit for you. And what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to attempt to do it, is I'm going to count as I'm playing it so you can get a reference for how it sounds with how I'm counting it. I'm going to count it as 16th notes, but it technically is 30-second notes. Here's how that would sound. 1 and 2 and ready, play. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1. Ready, play. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3 now sped up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and a 2. All right, now up to tempo and without counting.